What is going on, guys? It is Mike, AOD81, and this is going to be video number 7 of our Lords of the Fallen walkthrough. On video number 6, we just got to the Inferno Shrine, and we unlocked it. I'm going to go ahead and rest real quick and go see if Damaros has any new dialogue. Yeah,
He'll
she
make
does.
a find,
So,
sir. And before he got his, there might be one down in the
and we
Cowrat
also
cistern.
get a gesture from
I
her
want
called
you
laughter,
to find it.
and she basically
Val, he was a
is telling
shipper, he
us
was, and
to
he
get her
told
an
people to
item
get
that we're gonna pick up down in um, the cistern area.
find me
But
that.
yeah, we unlocked the shrine and tried to talk to her in the last video, but she did not have that new dialogue, so we just went back over to the shrine, rested, and then went and talked to her again, and we got that gesture from her, and she talked about the new quest. So now she is progressed. We won't be able to do anything until we find that item in the cistern. So we're just gonna go back the way we came. And we could warp back to our seed, but we'll just go ahead and go this way. It's not that far of a run. We're basically just heading towards the bridge that we killed the Minotaur on. Okay, we made it through those enemies. We're just running down the hill that we came up towards the shrine from. And as we go down here to the split, we're going to go to the left. This should be familiar. We had picked up an item that was right there, and we kicked down that ladder. So if we'd have warped back to our seed, we would have came from up in there, but we're heading towards this bridge. This is where we fought the Ruiner. And to the right here was that umbral area that we went down to unlock the shrine after we went through this archway and went into umbral and pulled that mine. So now we're just going to continue forward. You're going to see that there is an item right here. Eventually we're going to be going down that way, so don't worry about it for now, but what we're going to do is we're going to break through this area. Up on this hillside, there's going to be an item after we break through those boxes. Those are going to be arrows, so that is a trophy item. And as you can see, there's a tower there in an umbral area. So we're going to want to go into umbral, but when we do, keep in mind that there is going to be a Reaper waiting for us. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Sanctify. And then I'm going to pop umbral and fight the Reaper. Okay. Now that he is taken care of, there is going to be an archer over there that I would like to beat before we actually go across the bridge. If I can get her from a distance here, she's gonna try to shoot arrows at us and lob grenades and everything else. So. Okay. Now, as we get across here, we're going to go to the left. And there's going to be a dedicated item right here. That is snake oil grenade. That is a trophy item. It's a throwable. There is going to be a Rogar in here. We can't go up these steps in Umbral. But there he is right there. If he sees us, he will aggro and come down. And if he does, we can go ahead and take care of him here. Okay, now that he's taken care of, we're going to go back out here. And we're going to jump across that gap. And as we go around the corner, there's an umbral area that we're going to drop down onto. There's a Reaper right below us. So I'm going to hold attack and see if I can kill him. Yeah, we got rid of him. And before you use that, you want to make sure you stay into umbral for now. And we're going to pop this belly. Pick up the item, which is an Umbral Eye, the Umbral Eye of Hooded Antley, and then we can go ahead and use our Umbral exit. Once we exit Umbral, we're going to go out here into the tower, and we're going to go up. There are going to be a couple of Rogar up towards the top that we're going to have to fight, so just be aware of that. There's one. Okay, and it's a little hard to see if the boxes didn't get broke during the mix-up, but there were a couple of boxes here, and when you break through them, you'll see that there's a dedicated item right here. It is going to be a bigger skull. We're going to come this way and look to the right and walk out of the tower, and we're going to head up. Now, before we go all the way to the top, you can see that there's an item down there. If you go over here to where these two beams are, and stand about in the center, maybe slightly towards the right of the beams, we're just going to walk off and drop. That will drop us down onto this rafter, and we're just going to walk over and pick this up. And that is going to be the Axe of the Flayed. Once we have that, you can see that there's a higher platform down below us, and we can just roll out onto it. Now we're back here again, and we're gonna go back up after we got that little item from the rafter. And if you want, you can walk across those beams. I usually just do a roll across. And then as we make it to the top, we're going to go ahead and pop Umbral, because you can see there's a stigma there. We're gonna get this stigma going. And also behind us, there's a chest. So So we're gonna open that chest, and it looks like that's gonna give us Fitzroy's gear. And then we're gonna go back down. And I'll just roll across there. And back down. Back into the tower. And now this time we're just gonna go all the way to the bottom. And you see this little umbral, whatever it is, vine or whatever that was blocking the steps from us from going up the tower, an umbral before. But anyway, now we are going all the way down to the bottom. And this area over here, there are going to be a couple of decently hard enemies. I'm going to go ahead and use a monostone. There's going to be an archer that has an umbral parasite, and there's also going to be a reaper because we're in umbral right now. So I'm gonna try to. Oh, I was trying to get the first hit on a couple of those dogs so I get some of my health back, which I desperately need. No, I didn't need that. I needed that. Okay, so we died. That's alright, we'll just go back to the same area. We can skip the tower now. And I'm just gonna go ahead and warp to my seed. It's a little bit closer, and I don't have to fight that archer and a couple Rogar. So this seed was where we talked to Drustin, and we picked up the rune tablet. And we came out here and went to the bridge and fought the Ruiner. So we're just gonna go across the bridge like we did before. We are still going to ignore the lower area to the right now. We're gonna go back over towards the tower. And we're gonna go into Umbral, but get ready for the Reaper to appear. And our friend over there, the archer. A lot of times those don't hit her when she's behind the wall. Now she's gonna lob grenades. Okay. Now we can go across. We can, we don't have to go over there or do anything with the tower. We've already done all that. We can just, well, I tried to kill him in one shot, but I'll just go ahead and fight him before I exit Umbral. Might as well get the vigor. Now we can exit Umbral. That was just a drop from the Reaper, his stillness robes. And now we can do this without having to go into Umbral. I'll go ahead and grab my vigor. Now, remember I said this archer down here does have an umbral parasite. Okay, we got that taken care of. Okay, we got our vigor back, we got that area cleared. If we look back up towards the way we came from, that tower, you'll see that there's an item up here. We're gonna run back up, pick that up. It's just a magic ward. Nothing very, very important. Now, as soon as we go into that arena right there, the Light Reaper is gonna show up. Even if I don't think I'm powerful enough to kill him right now anyway, but if we were, we would not want to kill him here. We want to lose to him here because we want him to show up in his final arena in order to get Kukujin's quest. And then also Isaac's quest is dependent on fighting the Light Reaper in the final arena. So we're gonna go ahead and go into that area before we go down that way, and we're purposely gonna lose to the Light Reaper, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into Umbral now just so it's quicker. And a Reaper shows up. I didn't have to kill him. If I would have run into the arena, I would have just ended up spawning the Light Reaper fight. I was just going to try to get the vigor for it because we're going to die anyway. And now he's going to glitch in the wall. So anyway, we'll just go on forward. And you can see we're in the Light Reaper fight now. I'm just gonna stand in the lava and lose to him on purpose. And it's gonna respawn us at the seed. So I'm just going to run back down this way. We're going to go across the bridge, and now we're going to go down the right-handed path. And in this area up ahead, there is going to be a mimic item. As you can see down there, there's an archer, a couple of Rogar, there's some fire dogs. I usually run down and go for the archer first, so she's not trying to shoot arrows during the whole thing. So, try to get rid of her. Then we have the Rogar to contend with. Better heal up. Or heal up. I'm on fire. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sanctify and get my energy back. Now you can see the Mimic is right there. So before I soulflay it, I'm just gonna show you. Sometimes the Mimic in this area will spawn right here, by that dead body behind the wagon, and sometimes it spawns up here by this dead body behind that little breakable wall. So sometimes it'll be in either one of those spots, and this one is kind of tricky because they're both by dead bodies that it would seem to be a real item. So you have to watch for it. But this time it spawned for us right there, so we're just gonna go ahead and soulflay it, turn it into a regular item. This actually is an item right here. This one was just an enemy drop from when I killed either one of the Rogar or the Archer. And now as we go down into here, you'll see our Vigor. This is the arena that we just lost to the Light Reaper on purpose at. So, now there is a secret side quest. You'll see that there's a little interact by this tree. Since we're here, I'll just go ahead and show you how to get it going, but it's the General Engstrom side quest. It's not trophy related, but all you have to do is go into your gestures, and we picked up the... where's it at? The Crimson Ritual Fervor gesture. Oh, you know what? No, we can't get it going right now. I don't think that's the right gesture. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's actually the Pledge to a Deer. So, yeah, you can't get this going on your first playthrough anyway. So, that is the area where we killed the dogs, killed the Archer that had the Umbral Parasite. We don't have to fight these enemies again. I'm just getting rid of the dog because he was going to chase me. And now this one's aggroed. And I'll get the Rogar too for a little bit of vigor, but I'm going to try not to aggro the Archer. Come on. Now here comes this dog. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to turn right down here. There's going to be a few mages. I'll kill this one. Then there's going to be 2 on this side. Get rid of the mages. As we go into the next room, there's going to be a few more mages, and you see that item to the right. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the enemies first. Okay, this was just a drop, but the real item was right there by the dead body. As we walked into the room, it's sitting right here to the right, and it is a Vigor Skull. So we got rid of all the enemies in here. Before we proceed through the archway, we want to turn left and go up this little cliffside right here. There's going to be a Proselyte enemy waiting at the top for us. So I'm going to buff up for him. When he does those glowing swings, there's always 5. He'll do that 5 times when he glows and starts swinging. But you'll see that item there in the tree. We'll knock it down. Go around and pick it up. And it's going to be a couple of Vigor Skulls. I'm not gonna pop that lantern right now because I have a feeling it's gonna be the face, because there is a belly right there. I saw the halo, so it's gonna be a saintly quintessence. We definitely want it, so we need to go into Umbral, and there's gonna be a face enemy, so we're gonna soulflay it. And just watch out for his jumps. Oh, I was a little too late. If he jumps, you wanna roll out of it. There's also a mage up here, a wither mage. Two of them, apparently. But now that this was just a drop from the face enemy. Now that we got rid of the enemies, we can soulflay that and pick up our saintly quintessence, and we can exit Umbral. Now we're gonna go ahead and go back down the cliffside and enter this room. As soon as we do, as soon as we go through the archway, there's gonna be a fire dog to the right. So we'll get rid of him. And there is gonna be an archer shooting arrows at us. Okay, got rid of her. That's just a enemy drop. So we came in through the archway this way. The dog and the archer were to the right. We want to go up to the left and go up this cliffside. And there's going to be an item right here. This would just take us back to where that archer that has the umbral parasite is. Obviously, we've already gotten everything that way. We don't need to do that. So we're going to continue on ahead through the next archway. There's going to be a proselyte. You can see him right there. Okay, you see there's a little building to the left, but before we do that, we're gonna pass it and go up towards this tree on the left, and there's an item behind it, and then out this archway to the left, there's gonna be a couple of fire dogs. One right there, one right here. And I think they're all sleeping, but yeah, so there's one right here. And after we kill those, you're gonna see there's an item right here. And that is the Ring of Knight's Fire that goes towards a trophy, so we definitely want to come down and get that. And then we can go back up through the archway and turn this way and start progressing to the next area. There's gonna be a ladder right here. We're gonna go up, and when we get into this room right here, if we just came up the ladder, walked through here, if you look to your right, there is an umbral belly. So we're gonna go ahead and pop umbral and pop the belly. And when we pick that up, you're gonna see it is a glass shard. So we're gonna continue on through and go all the way down. There's no items or anything in here. There is one as soon as you walk through the archway. That's gonna be the taxidermist's hammer. And as we come up here, we're going to enter Lower Hallrath. And as we run on ahead, a couple of enemies are going to spawn out of the fire. So we'll go ahead and take care of them. I think there might, yeah, there's one more right here. And we also see that there's a stigma. This is the first stigma for the Isaac the Paladin quest. If we had not picked up the flayed skin at the very beginning of the game, it would not be here. But you can always go back and pick up the flayed skin if you missed it at the beginning, and then the stigmas will appear. But you see we got the wooden Dark Crusader cross and umbral scourings for it. That's basically kicking off the quest for Isaac. So we got the flayed skin and the first of 4 stigmas. So we're gonna move on ahead this way. An enemy is gonna spawn by this wagon. There's gonna be an enemy right here. If we go past the steps and to the left, there's going to be an enemy that spawns. But you also see there's an item over here. It's just going to be a fire ward. So nothing necessary, but I told you we'd be picking up every item. So as we walk on ahead, we see that we got ourselves a new vestige. This is going to be the depot area once we unlock it. And I think that is going to call it. I have some vigor. I'm probably going to upgrade my radiance. And I'm just short of getting another level. So I'll probably use a skull. Do I have any 2s? No, all I got's a 4, but I'll go ahead and use it. And I'm going to upgrade. And do I want more Vitality, or should I kick up my Radiance? I think I'll probably kick up my Radiance till 25, and then probably get a few more Vitality points. But we'll kick that up. And that's going to be the end of walkthrough video number 7, and we will pick up here on video number 8. So take care, guys. See you on the next one.